Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda if you are new here, and for this video I'm going to be doing a quick makeup look. This is the makeup look I pretty much wear anytime that I do wear makeup. I do not wear my makeup every day because I do work from home, so I don't have to wear makeup every day. When I do my makeup, this is the look that I go for. I tend to like more simple natural makeup, but I am going to show you everything that I use for my face. I always have like hormonal acne. I have a hormonal imbalance, so I do tend to get like hormonal like spots. They're not actually pimples. It's really weird. It could be scarring, but they're just like little red spots I get on my chin. And then I have really red skin right here. Very sensitive skin. I have extremely sensitive skin. So yeah, my face is not flawless. You guys always say my skin is flawless, which is really sweet, but it's really not. But yeah, I am going to show you guys some things that I do and what I use for my makeup. I'm going to show you all the products. It's all drugstore products. And I am going to be answering some questions as I go. I asked you guys to ask me some questions so that this was a little bit more interesting. And I could make it a little bit more lengthy because it's going to be pretty quick, my makeup portion. So to get started, I wanted to tell you guys I moisturize my face already. I wash my face when I wake up with warm water, no soap, just warm water, and then I just towel dry it. And then I put on this moisturizer. This is the Alba Hawaiian Moisture Cream and Jasmine and Vitamin E. This is my current skincare line that I am obsessed with. And it is so moisturizing. It's cruelty free, it's plant-based, and it's amazing, you guys. You can get this at Walmart, Target, or Amazon. Love it. And then the next thing I do, I wanted to show you two products. Usually in the summer I will use this, but since it's not summer here, I'm going to show you a different product. But when it is warm and humid and I know I'm going to go out and it's going to be like, I might get a little sweaty, I use this e.l.f. Matte Oil Control Lotion. I get this from Target. This is a really great option for like an oil control primer before you put your makeup on. But since it is winter and I am very dry, I have very dry skin, I use the e.l.f. Glow and Dewy Mist. This has some argan oil and coconut, so that is in here, and I'm very like in love with this mist. I think it's so nice. So I've already done my lotion. I'm going to do my mist, and I like just to you know, do two little sprays on my face before I put my foundation on. And then I just let that kind of dry. I have all my makeup in this container. This is where it lives. All my makeup goes in there. I live in an RV, so I don't have that much room. Alright. And you guys, Joey works nights and he's sleeping right now because he sleeps during the day. So if you hear him snoring, I apologize. You might hear a few snores throughout this video, but that's just my life. Alright, so now this is definitely dried. And I have a mirror down here, so I might be looking down a few times to do my makeup or looking in the viewfinder. So I hope that that's okay, because I need to like see what I'm doing. I have my coffee here, so I'm going to take a sip of that. There goes Joy snoring. So I usually use a sponge to do my foundation or a foundation brush, but I'm going to show you guys what I've been doing with this foundation brush. I recently just decided to do it and I love it. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I've been using sponges. I actually just washed this yesterday, but then I did my makeup yesterday, so there's a little bit of makeup on it, but I did already wash this sponge. So the foundation I'm using is this NYX Total Control Drop Foundation. I really like this foundation. It's very lightweight, and NYX is cruelty free. So I don't know what, oh here, the color is in Light Clair. So I use Light Clair, and it has like a little dropper like this. So I'm going to just put some on the back of my hand. And this color is really light, but as you guys can tell, I'm very pale. But I will kind of darken my face up a little bit with some other products. So I just take a little on the back of my hand. I usually tend to start down here near my jaw and blend that. And if I need to build up, I will. I'll add more. And I like to just pat it, and I try to go upwards, not downwards. Sometimes it's kind of hard. But I like to always kind of like lift my face rather than drag my face. You think that wouldn't really matter, but over time, if you think about how long you've been doing your makeup, like years and years and years, like I don't even know how long I've been doing my makeup, probably like 18 years. If you're always constantly dragging your face down every day you do your makeup for 18 years, it does start to kind of like lift your face downward instead of upward. So I try to think about that, and I try to always like lift my face when I'm doing any kind of products, applying products and cleaning my face or applying makeup. I always try to go upwards. So I just wanted to point that out. Look how different like my skin tone, like look how red I am. I'm very, very red. And then I put this stuff on. Okay, this foundation, I currently have been using it for like a month. I love it, you guys. It is so lightweight. Like I don't even feel like I'm really wearing anything, but it's full coverage. Like I used one little dot of it, and it spread so much. I don't think I'm gonna have to add any more. I don't think. I go over my eyelids so I don't have to use any like eyeshadow primer. Oh my god, I know I look really, really white right now. I look like a ghost, but I promise it'll all come together. I'm gonna go ahead and open my phone and answer one of the questions that you guys asked. The first question is, how do you do your eyeshadow? It looks great on you, so I'm gonna show you guys that. Real quick though, I have some foundation on my lips and that drives me nuts, so just kind of wipe that off. Alright, so I wiped off my foundation. I'm gonna add this Baby Lips tinted lip balm just because I can't do my makeup when my lips are dry. I am gonna put a lipstick on, but I just put it on over this. I don't add too much of this, just a little to get me through my makeup because I can't stand chapped lips. So I just add that when I do my makeup. So I am going to show you guys how I do my eyeshadow in a second. That was one of the questions. Is the RV a temporary thing? Are you saving to buy up for a house? The RV is, we don't know. You guys, Joey told me the other day he thinks he wants to live in a house. I freaked out. I was just like, what? I just couldn't believe it. So I don't know. I mean, we'll see. Okay, I am going to add some powder. I'm using like this really big Wet n Wild fluffy brush. And this is the e.l.f. light to medium powder. This is what's going to darken me up. I usually don't use powder, but I kind of have to because this new foundation's so light that I need a little bit of powder. This is like a more medium powder. Just kind of tap and my forehead. So just a little bit of powder to give me a little bit of color. So, because it's a little bit darker. Okay, my favorite blush in the world is this NYX blush. This is in the color Foreplay. I don't even know if they make this anymore because I've gotten it so long ago. Like, you guys can see, like, I've used so much. But it is the prettiest color. Like, it has... I just can't even explain how beautiful this color is. And it has some shimmer. Now, it comes off very light, so this is why I use this stipple brush, because this little stipple brush, foundation stipple brush, I don't even know. Oh, yeah, just stipple brush. This kind of gets it packed on, so that's why I use this stipple brush instead of like a blush brush, because it just doesn't work. Now, I love blush. I don't know if you guys have been able to tell. I use a lot of blush. It's my #1 favorite thing to wear is blush. So I take my blush and I'm just going to kind of like start layering it on, and I go kind of like up high under the eye. I don't just do the apples of my cheeks. I go up pretty high, like if I was just got back from the beach. You know, you're all like red right here, and it just looks so cute. Then I take it over my nose. Ooh, here comes Brooks. So I take a lot over my nose. I just like how it looks. Like, look how cute. And then I take it over here. Hi, Brooks. Doing my makeup. And I just do some circles. Get it under the eye. Like I said, this blush kind of doesn't pile on easily. You have to kind of keep adding more and more. But it's just such a pretty blush. I love it. Okay. So It looks very blushy right now, but just wait until the final look. I'm going to take some, this is just some random bronzer. This is by LA Colors. This was in like a stocking stuffer. It's called Glowing. It's actually really pretty. And I like that it's not super goldy. It's kind of like a, more like a, I don't know how to describe it, but almost like a grayish bronzer. It has like, I don't know how to describe it. It just looks really good on a pale skin. So I'm taking this little brush and I just add a little bit of bronzer under like the cheekbone area, just a little, nothing crazy. I add a little bit on my nose. And then the main reason why I like to use bronzer is to kind of darken my forehead. So I do like my forehead up on the top area, so it looks not so pale. So yeah, I just take that up there and then under my chin. Rookie, you want to see? Okay, so there we go, looking more awake, looking more alive. Okay, for highlighter, okay, do you use foundation? Let me answer some of these questions. Yes, I use the NYX foundation. Do you have any phobias? Ooh, yeah, burning, like fire, starting on fire, leaving the dogs in the house and a fire happens. That's a phobia. I think that's a phobia. Being like stuck somewhere with lots of snakes, alligators, even though I live in Florida. Like alligators getting my dogs is a phobia, and I have dreams about it quite often. It's very scary. Me and Jay actually lived on a big piece of property, and we saw an alligator eat a cat one time, and it woke us up because the cat was screaming and the alligator was like flying around in the water, and it was the most tragic thing. I thought like I was hallucinating. It was just the craziest thing. We lived in the country on like 6 acres of land, and there was like a little river. So yeah, it happened right outside our window. It was just insane. We lived in an RV. So yeah, I have a few phobias. This is the e.l.f. highlighter little kit I use. It's very pretty. I got this from Target, and this is in the light palette. So they're all a little bit lighter of shades. They have some darker ones, but I tend to just play around and mix this. I use this little blush brush for my highlighter. It's funny, I don't use any brushes for any specific thing correctly. Or sometimes I'll just use my finger. So I'm gonna go with these 2 shades right here. These 2. So this one and this one. I mix those together. And then I just pop that on to the top of my cheek, and then I kind of work it into like my eye area and my forehead. I love highlighter. I think it adds just a really pretty glow. I really do like it. It's just so funny how like makeup, like before I could do without this. In high school we never had highlighter, you know. When I was in high school I didn't have highlighter. It wasn't a thing, you know, and I went without it for so long, and then something, you know, comes up new and it's like you feel like you have to have it. It's so weird how that works. I put some on my nose. I don't drag it. I just do like one there and then right on the tip of my nose, and then I take it on my upper lip. I don't really know what that does, but it does look pretty. Once like your whole makeup is done, it looks really nice. So now that I've added some of the highlighter, I go back over with my blush brush, kind of adds that blush back into my nose because I rubbed a little bit off. Can't avoid that blush. The other question I had was my brows. How do I do my brows? So I'm gonna go ahead and do those right now. So there's 2 ways I do my brows, you guys. Sometimes I use just this brown shade right here in a little flat angle brush like this. See how flat that is? I like to use that because I think it makes a more natural look. Preferred to like the Tame and Frame. This is the NYX Tame and Frame little pomade. Sometimes I'll use this. This is the color. But it does go on a little bit like thicker and less natural. I bought it and I tried it, and I don't know. I really just like using eyeshadow. I know, crazy, right? So I try to go just by my natural brow. I don't have a lot of hair on my brows. I never have. I do darken them when I color my hair. I also add a little bit of color to my brows. But I just brush them out, and I like to make them look more bigger and fuller and bushier than they really are, because they're pretty thin. I've always just had thin eyebrows. But what I do is I try not to arch them. See how like they're arched right now? I try not to do that, and I try to just keep them relaxed. Sorry if you hear Brooks drinking water. And then I just take under my brow, I just start to frame out the brow. But see how I'm not arching? I like to just kind of do a straighter line. I don't know, it just looks good on my face, I feel like, rather than an archy brow. It just looks, I don't know, it's like meant for me. I start to just kind of fill in the shape that I want, and I try not to do too much of an arch right here. Now that I'm getting to the part where my arch is, I try to just flatten it out a little bit. And then in the front, where these little hairs are, I just start to fan upward lightly. Alright guys, I had to open the window, so sorry if the lighting has changed. I had to open the window because it was getting so dark, so hopefully that's a little bit better. Next we're going to do some eyeshadow. We're just going to throw some eyeshadow on. I use this Revealed palette. This is the Revealed Coastal Scents palette I've had for literally years. So I've had this palette for so long, you guys. I just don't use that much eyeshadow every day, but these are my two favorite colors right here. This one and this one. Alright, so I just take my fingers and I take that shadow and I just put it right onto my lid. I don't do any transitioning shade anymore. I actually think it makes my eyes look really small when I do any shadow up top. I have very hooded eyelids, so I just do it right on my lid, and I just do that shimmery shade, and that's it. That's all I do. And I use my fingers. This is really hard to do without looking in the mirror, so let me grab my mirror. That Revealed palette though, I got off Amazon, and I think it's still on Amazon, like you can still get it. It's a really, really good palette. I really like it. And then I'm going to take a little shadow brush and use that same color under my eye with a little eyeshadow brush and just drag it under my eye. Ah, don't poke your eye out. Okay. Alright. And then if I want to get fancy, sometimes I'll take that same eyeshadow, or the same brow color, this brown one, and I'll take, instead of doing like black liquid liner, I'll take my angled little brow pencil and I'll do a little brown, kind of fan it out. I'm going to take this NYX Worth the Hype Mascara in black. Oh, focus. There we go. So I'm going to take this mascara. I really like it. I like the brush. I'm not going to really talk too much about that. Because it's just mascara. So just apply that on your lashes. I have very little lashes. But I don't use fake falsies or anything. I think they're a pain in the butt. And they never really look right on me. So I just do my natural lash. I think it looks nice. For my lips now, I'm going to use the Wet n Wild lip liner in Bare to Comment. It's just like a pinky, oh, you can't even see. I don't know if you can see, but it's like a pinky, it just looks like my lip. And then I take my lip liner and I line my lips sometimes, most of the time. If I'm doing like a makeup look, I do line my lips. Okay, so I don't leave it like that. What I do next is I take my finger and I just kind of like blend it out a little bit. So I take my finger and I blend the edges so that it looks not so like that harsh lip line. I like to just like blend it in my lips, and I think it makes your lips actually look bigger when you do this. And then for the lipstick I always wear, you guys ask a lot about this lipstick, and it really is such a pretty color. It's called Breeze by Wet n Wild. It's like this shimmery color. It's so pretty. I just apply that And I would take this e.l.f. lip plumping gloss, and this is Anne Champagne Glam. It's almost gone, but this is my favorite lip gloss. It's so pretty, and it doesn't really plump my lips though, and it doesn't tingle anymore. I think I've had it too long. I don't think it works because I've had this forever. And then I just take that and I just do it like on the center of my bottom lip and then on my top lip. Alright guys, this is the finished makeup look. This is my pretty quick makeup look. Obviously, since I'm filming and talking, it went a lot longer, but if I'm just doing this myself, it literally takes me 10 minutes. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and hopefully I listed all the products mentioned. If not, I will leave them in the description box below. That's my makeup look. I like to keep it pretty simple, but still, you know, I add a little bit of depth and touches to it. So if you guys have any questions though about my makeup or anything that I didn't cover, just leave them down in the comments below and I will get to the questions. And thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it so much. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not, and I will see you guys in my next video. Okay, bye.
Listen, baby, ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low, ain't no river wide enough, baby.